Morning, Hope. Hi, Leah.
Hi.
There we go. This location right here is called the vertex. That point right down there. That's called the vertex. V-E-R-T-E-X. This is probably review. And that's what you guys have probably looked at that, in previous math classes. And so that's just a little bit of a, of the definition of an angle. Now once we get the books out, and by the way, they should be in soon. And so we're going to schedule a pickup once they come in, so you'll have to come in and grab
I
a book.
already have mine.
Some of you do. Yeah, you're right. I think if you were, I don't remember which class period, but you're right. Some of you do have your own, but not
yeah, I don't. It's a lawnmower.
All right, I'll mute you all. That way we're not getting the background noise. Okay, so everyone have that. Now, the next thing you need to do, because we're going to copy this angle with our tools of geometry. The next thing you need to do is draw a line. Okay, a line can be anywhere. I just put it off to the side. Now you can pick any random point on that line. By the way, here's a freaky thought. Take a guess how many points are on that line. An infinite amount. An infinite amount. One of my favorite teaching moments is to get you to think about infinity and how long infinity is. We'll do that on another time, but there's an infinite amount of points on that line. All right, so pick any random point. Random point, does not matter. Boom. All right, I'm gonna call that point A. Okay, so there's point A. Now I'm gonna use my tools. I'm set up now to copy the angle. I've got my, first thing I need to use is my compass. I can use any random width. Can you see it opening and closing? Does not matter. You all could have a different width. It does not matter. Now here's what matters, and it's going to be hard for me to show you, so I have to explain it. The sharp point, the tip here, it has to go on the vertex. Okay, so I'm going to take the sharp point and put it on the vertex of the angle. And then I'm going to make an arc that connects or touches both rays. I'm going to make an arc that touches both rays. Now, don't lose that. I need that width, the length of that compass. Don't let it move. So here's what it looks like. You guys see the pencil? I've got an arc that touches both rays. And it does not matter what that width is, but don't lose it. Okay? I'm going to use the same width of the compass now. I'm going to take my sharp point and I'm going to put it over on the line that has the random point A. So I'm putting the sharp point right at point A. And now I'm going to make another arc. I'm going to make it pretty big. I'm going to cross the line and I'm going to make an arc that it should look very similar to what was on the other side. Okay, so now, can everyone see that all right? I didn't make it very dark. Do you want me to outline it? Would it look better if I outlined the arc? All right, let me outline it. This is freehand, so it won't look quite as good, but I'll outline it. Actually, not too bad. All right, can you see now? All right, so we don't have the angle copied yet, but we're really close. This is the key part. All right, so now I'm going to use my compass, and it's actually like I'm going to measure it, okay? I'm going to open it, close it, whatever, but I'm going to find the distance between 2 points of intersection. Okay. Now, those 2 points of intersection, I'm going to make them darker. It's the points of intersection on the original angle. Can you see how I have it darker there and down there? See those 2 points? It's where the arc intersected the angle. Can you see that all right? You don't have to say yes, but I do need you to, nod your head. Yeah, Mr. Bennett. Okay, good. Thank you. And not everybody, but just a couple of you, so I know that you guys are seeing it. All right, so those 2 points. And so what I'm going to do, and again, it's hard to show this, but I'm going to explain it. I'm going to find how far it is from those 2 points with this, not with a ruler, but with this compass. Okay, so I'm going to go to 1 point of intersection on the ray and to the other point of intersection on the ray. Okay, now you're going to be able to see the arc that shows that it's the right length. Okay, so that's the length right there that I have, and you can see the arc. See how I've put it? So I put my compass down here at the bottom, and then I made this arc. Now, the reason that that arc is important is because if you're going to take a quiz or a test on constructions, those arcs are what signifies that you're doing it correctly. Does that make sense? You're not just measuring it with, oh, that's about 40 degrees. Nice cat, Tiana. That's awesome. You're not just measuring it 40 degrees or whatever this says. Okay, so you got to have those arcs. All right, now I don't lose that. That's still the width or the distance between those 2 points on the rays. Now, I go to the other one where I'm copying. I go to the point of intersection on the line, not A, because A is the vertex. A is the vertex. It's the other point. I'm going to make a point there so you guys can see it. So right here, I'm going to make a point because that's where I'm going to put my sharp point. And then I'm going to make an arc up here somewhere. Okay. How are we doing on time? Oh, perfect. We're at 10:44. All right. So I'm going to outline it so you can see it a little better. All right. So there's the point A, which is just a random point. That's the vertex of the angle right there. And then this is the point of the arc intersecting with the line. And that's where I put my sharp point. And then I got this arc, which is the same distance from here to here. Now the last thing, this is the easiest part. I use my straight edge and I connect the vertex A to that point of intersection. Now, I've shown you how to do this. The YouTube video that I posted also went through this. Okay, so that's two different people explaining it. You should be able to copy an angle. Okay, so on your homework now, you're going to have to do what we just did. You have to reproduce that. Okay. Now I've recorded this and I'm going to post this recording as long as I don't have any issues. I'm going to post this recording on the Canvas page so you can go back and follow the directions again and again and again. Should not take you very long. Okay. We've got another one to do, and that is bisecting an angle. This one's quick. This one's easier. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to do it at the bottom half of this paper. I'm going to do let's do an obtuse angle. It doesn't matter, but let's just do an obtuse angle. Okay. If you want to do an acute angle, you can. It does not matter. Remember, Obtuse means it's more than 90 degrees. And acute means it's less than 90 degrees. I'm going to label the vertex A again. So I've just made an obtuse angle so everyone can see. You can make yours acute. All of ours could be a little bit different, but the process is the same. Okay? All right, so now, here's the first step. Any random width, again, does not matter. No, it does not matter. Any random width of compass, okay? I'm going to put the sharp point on the vertex A. The sharp point on vertex A, and then I'm going to make an arc that touches both rays. Sharp point on vertex A, an arc that touches both rays. All right, I'm going to outline it before I show you so you guys can see it a little bit better. All right, so I outlined it. Here's vertex A. I just used a random width, it does not matter how wide, and then an arc that intersects both rays. I'm going to make those points a little bit clearer because those are important. So you can see now I've got points where it intersects here and where it intersects here. Everyone good there? Okay. Now, very similar what we did before. We're going to use those 2 points to bisect the angle. It's really, really simple. All I'm going to do is widen out my compass just a little bit. Just widen out just a little bit. And then I'm going to go to each point and I'm going to make an arc in the middle of the angle. Okay, watch. I'll show it so you can see it really good. Okay, so there's one arc, and here's another. All right. Can you see it? It's in pencil. You see these 2 down here, right there? Those came from the compass setting from that point and that point. And so I'm going to get a point of intersection in the middle of the angle, in the middle of the angle. I'm going to go ahead and highlight or enhance that point so you can see it a little better. There's the point of intersection, way up here. Okay. And then the last step, this is the actual bisecting of the angle. I take the straight edge and I go from the vertex. I go from the vertex to that point of intersection. And just for the sake of, so you can see it differently, I'm going to use a dotted line now. No reason, just to make it a little different. So there's the dotted line that bisects the angle. Okay.
Yes. It kicked me out. So
yes.
What happened?
Well, Drake, I'm probably not going to go back. You can stay on it because I'm going to show the rest of the other classes, but
Okay.
I'm not going to repeat myself. However, we are recording and you can go back and watch it and you can stay on because I'm going to do it again for the next group. Now, what does that mean mathematically? Okay, this is what it means mathematically. Let's say that this whole angle is 120 degrees. All right, so degrees just means, you know, the measure of an angle. So it's 120 degrees. Well, if we've bisected it, if this angle is 120, then I know that each side or each section has to be 60 degrees. Okay? All right, that's it. Those are the two constructions, okay? We are recording. You can go back and watch it. We can only have 100 on here, so I think we'll be okay. If you'd like to stay and watch me go through everything again, I'm going to with the rest of the geometry class. But if you feel like you're good to go, this is what I need to see, something like this. Make sure your name's on it, by the way, okay? This is what I need to see, a photo. Make sure you submit it on Canvas. If you want to do a video, we did have somebody do a video, so they taped it to something and did a video. That works as well. I'll take it. But if you're good to go and you understand everything, you don't want to stick around, have a great day. Hey, I'll unmute you guys while we wait for the next group of.
Oh, what? I got a word.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Cassidy. Hi, Corbin. Hi, Tiana. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Chris.
Hi. I'm gonna fix my brace before you start.
No problem. Well, we'll wait a little bit. It's 10:53. I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Hey, Corbin, you get an apple for the day because you remembered. All right, so we are recording. So let's get started. You need a piece of paper. You need a compass. And you need a straight edge. Okay, doesn't matter what they are. Those are three things that you need. All right, so we're going to start off with geometry. Hey, Chase, what's the date today?
$8.20.
Attaboy. 820 geometry, 82020. All right, we got two constructions. We're going to do a construction on copying an angle, which I know you've already seen, but you're going to see me do it. And hey, not to brag, but I'm gonna brag, Ashley. I'm bragging. I'm an expert at this. Okay, so you're gonna get to see an expert. All right, and so we're gonna copy an angle, and then we're gonna bisect an angle. Okay. All right. So the first thing we need to do is just freehand, just draw it out. I want you to draw. Let's do an acute angle. Do you guys all know what an acute angle is? Less than 90 degrees. So go ahead and draw an acute angle. I'm going to label the vertex A. Take a look. There's an acute angle. Vertex is labeled A. Okay. Hey, here's a question. Carly, I'm going to ask you just because I'm going to pick on you because I know Lauren. Is that all right? Sorry, it stinks being the younger sister. That's just how it works. Ashley's going to get picked on too because I know both her older siblings. All right, so here's the question. Okay, so the two things that come out of an angle, you know, that one and this one, what are they called?
I don't remember.
Good, because I haven't told you yet. Ashley, what are they called?
I don't know.
Ashley, Jordan knows. Hannah knows. All right, I'm just playing. Okay, we haven't talked about it yet. All right, we haven't defined what those pieces or figures are called. Here's what they're called. They are called rays. R-A-Y-S. called ray. Now, what is a ray? A ray is kind of a in-between of a line and a segment, because a ray looks like this. It's got an endpoint on one end, and it's got an arrow on the other. That's a ray. And so what an angle is are just two rays that have the same endpoint. I'll say that again, because that's kind of the definition of an angle. It's just two rays that have the same endpoint. And so maybe it's never been defined for you. I know you all know what an angle is, but that's how it's defined. Two rays with the same endpoint. Okay, so we have an acute angle. That's the type of angle it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy with our tools of geometry. We're going to copy that angle in another location. So I'm going to come off to the side here, and I'm going to start with a line. You can use a straight edge if you want, or you can use a freehand, depends on how good you are. So I have a line over here to the side. Now on that line, I'm going to make a random point. Does not matter where. All right, I'm going to call that point X. So I've got a random point X on the line. Good? Okay. Now, we're going to actually now start using the tools to copy the angle. Here's the first one. Grab your compass. Hey, everybody show me your compass. All right, so there's two ways. I know I've talked about this, but there's two ways. Emma, do you have a compass? Okay, thank you. Two ways. You can hold it on the top like this and twist it, or you can hold this and then move it like that. I don't care. They both work, okay? And I actually do it both ways. Sometimes I like using the top and sometimes I don't, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now I can open up the compass to any random, what I call width. Okay, so I mean the sharp point to the writing point, the ink or the pencil. I can open it up to any width, does not matter. All right, so just pick a width, doesn't matter. Now, I'm gonna go to my acute angle and I'm gonna put this on vertex A. So hopefully you labeled it like I did. You got vertex A down there, right? Vertex A. So I'm going to put this point on vertex A. And then I'm going to make an arc that intersects both rays. I'm going to make an arc that intersects both rays. Now it's hard to see on the video the pencil marking, but I'm going to hold it tight so you can see it. I'm going to outline it in black ink so you can see it a little better. Okay, so I use the compass. Where's my black marker? There it is. I use the compass. I put the sharp point on vertex A, and I made an arc. That's simple. Back in school. Hannah, I'm counting you tardy. Ashley, I'm counting you tardy. I'm not really counting you tardy. I'm just playing. Jeez. Now I outlined it so it intersects the two rays in 2 points. Can you see how I put a point up there and a point down here? Got it? Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right, good. Got that. Now, oh, I forgot something. Hopefully this didn't happen. Don't change the width of your compass. Keep it the same. So if it moved on you, go back and do it again, but make sure that you have the same arc width that you did on that angle. Now I'm going over to my line, and now I'm putting this sharp point on point X. Point X. And I'm making a big arc. Everyone see that? I'm going to outline it in black so you can see it. Boy, I love this stuff. Outlined in black. Good? Emma, you good? Hey, Emma, while you work, I want you to smile. Like this. No, you don't have to. Okay, so now this is the most important step. That's pretty simple. So far where we're at, that should be pretty simple. Okay, this is the most important step, all right? So listen closely because it's hard for me to show it. Hard for me to do it like this. All right, I'm gonna take my compass now and I'm gonna I'm on the original angle that we're going to copy, the one that has the vertex A with the 2 rays. I'm gonna put the sharp point on the point of intersection between the arc and the ray. And then I'm going to widen out my compass or shrink it, doesn't matter which, so that it goes to the other point where it intersects the ray. Not the vertex, but where it intersects the ray. All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like. There it is. Can you see it? See where there's an arc there? See that? So I had to put the sharp point down here, and I kind of widened out the compass so that it intersected that point. So the width of my compass, let's see if I can get it to fit. Oh, perfect. See that, how it fits? Amir, you see that? Raven, we good? Corbin? Okay, now don't lose that. You need that width. Now I'm going over to the angle the one I'm working on, my copy, and now I go from the point of intersection with the arc and the line, and I put my sharp point on that point, and then I make an arc. This time, not just Ashley, but you're all tardy. I'm just teasing. Okay, so there it is. So there's the point, and then I made the arc up there, just like I did over there. So it should look very similar. Good? Okay, last step's the easiest step. Using my straight edge, and I'm going to connect point X to the point of intersection between the 2 arcs. I'm going to make that point a little bit more pronounced. And now I'm going to connect. I almost did it with black, and I want to do it with red. There it is, copied. All right, we good? So now, I put a video on a couple days ago that showed that. And so you can watch that one. I've just went over it. So that's a couple times. I'm recording this thanks to Corbin. And so this is going to be posted on Canvas, unless I have some issue with conversion, but I don't think I will. And so you've got plenty of times that you can watch that. We got another construction you have to do, and we still got 10 minutes, so we're good. Okay. Here's the next one. We're going to bisect an angle. All right, so I'm just going to go to the bottom part of the page. So I'm separating it, bottom part of the page. Let's make it an obtuse angle. Does not matter what the angle measure is. All of ours can be a little bit different. Let's make an obtuse. I'm going to label the vertex A again. Man, this is good stuff. Getting to talk geometry with some of my favorite people. Everyone see it? All right. So now, here we go. Hold on. Pause. I'm going to take a drink. Now we're ready. All right. Any width, does not matter. Does not matter. Any width of my compass. Any width. I'm going to put the sharp point on the vertex, and I'm going to make a huge arc that's going to intersect both rays. Huge arc. Huge. I'm going to go ahead and outline it before I show you so you can see it a little bit better. Huge arc. So the most important thing is that it intersects the angle on both rays. I'm going to go ahead and put a point of intersection on those two rays. So there I have point of intersection there and a point of intersection there. Okay, now this is the key step. Remember how wide my compass was? All I'm going to do is widen it a little bit more. Just a little bit more, that's it. Now I'm going to go from both points of intersection that are on the rays, and I'm going to put an arc in the middle of the angle. So here we go. I'm going to pick the bottom ray first. I'll put an arc way out in the middle. Sometimes your compass will slip on you. It's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. You might have a random stray mark on there. It's not a big deal. But if we're grading this for a quiz or a test, these arcs are important because they show me that you know what you're doing. So now, where did those come from? Where did those arcs up there come from? Well, I put my point down here on the ray, the point of intersection, and I made this one. And then I put it on the other ray, point of intersection, and I made that one. Any questions where these two arcs came from? Can you see it, Ashley? We good? Okay. Now I'm gonna make that point of intersection a little more pronounced. So I'm gonna make a dot. Okay, so we got a point of intersection there, and the vertex A there. Is that Hannah? You're photobombing our Zoom.
I'm sorry, I'm the worst.
Use your straight edge and connect the vertex to that point of intersection. I'm just going to use a dotted line just for fun. Hannah misses this stuff. I know she does. Dotted line, connect the vertex to the point of intersection. And guess what we've just done? We've bisected the angle. So, what's that mean numbers-wise? Mathematically, what does that mean? Well, if the entire angle, let's say from this ray all the way to that ray, was 120 degrees. Let's say the entire thing's 120 degrees. Then, because we bisected it, you guys can divide 120 by 2 in your head, I hope. That makes this side 60 degrees and this side 60 degrees. Questions? That's the assignment. What we just did, you got to recreate, make sure your name's on it, submit it on Canvas. as a photo. You can do a video, and you could hover, somehow get your phone up there. You can video yourself doing it. Don't care. Video, photo, whatever. But that's the idea. Are there any questions from previous assignment that you might have? If you didn't notice, I did put an announcement on that had a reference to a YouTube that I did the assignment, the segment, and the segment bisector. Did you guys see that? Nod your head. Okay, good. Are there any questions on that? Are we good? All right. Okay, guys. Well, that does it. I'm going to end the call, and then it'll start converting. It takes a little while for it to convert, but when it gets done converting, then I'll save it. I got to save it. I got to upload it to YouTube, and then I've got to give the link from YouTube, put it on Canvas. So there's a little bit of a process, but I would give it, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes here. Okay? All right. Hey, I won't see you like this tomorrow, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll have another assignment tomorrow. Just check on Canvas. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, guys. Bye. Give me a wave. See ya.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.